What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be presenting you guys this Venom Pro Lipo Checker. Something I bought which worked out really good. I didn't like it in the beginning, but then all I wanted was to plug my batteries and it tells me I have 50% juice. Plug my battery, I have 80% juice. How much juice do I have? That's all I wanted. But the hobby shop guy, my friend Phil, gave me this Venom Pro Lipo Checker, and I liked it afterwards because it made my life really easy. And every hobbyist, and if you're getting into a hobby, you should have it. There's other ones. I'm gonna get the different one also just to check how much juice I have. But this little guy, if you're gonna walk through a little bit, and I want to show you, it comes in this little box, so it packed up really nice in here. It's a very simple meter. It has a manual book in there, so this is what it looked like in there. And I would suggest you walk right through all this and take a look before you judge it. So it's gonna give you a whole bunch of settings. There's a few settings that I use. I use one on a couple of my batteries. So it's gonna give you instructions on operation of this this meter. So you got balance. You got two functions. One is balance, and the other one is discharge. So it's gonna give you everything there, so you can walk through the whole thing if you like. You would read this. It's all up to you. And let's go further and take a look at this guy. So pretty much this is what the meter looked like, and it has no batteries inside, so it's powered by the Lipo battery itself. So you have a port from 2S all the way to 6S, 2, and then you got 3. You got 4, you got 5, and 6. So the 5 is rarely going to be used because I don't use any. I use 3S, 4S, and 6S. I do have a few 2S batteries which I don't go through a lot. So let's take a look at this meter here itself, and it's built into a nice little casing, and in the back you have a little bit of opening because it is going to create heat. So not a lot, but still is a concern. You have a QC pass sticker, so it's working. They know it's working. They tested it. You can plug in from 2S all the way to 6S. So commonly I use 3S, 4S, and 6S batteries, and I have a 4S battery here. So we're gonna do a little bit of function test here, and I'll show you guys and walk you through a little bit. But one of the great functions for this was every time I go out there, bash or do a speed run, and then I'm coming home, plugging my batteries into a regular charger and checking each one. But it's very simple. You take this battery, we're gonna zoom in probably a bit so we can see it better. So let me just bring my camera a little bit and we can see it. So this is a 4S. Okay, you got 3 buttons. Let's walk through the buttons. So there's a mode button here. If you select through it, you'll skim through different settings. You have discharge and balance. You have up and down, and in the bottom you can also plug in a JST batteries, which is negative and positive. You can plug in a receiver and transmitter batteries, and it has a 3-pin connectors, signal, positive, negative. Anyways, let's plug in this 4S battery here. And as soon as you plug in, it's gonna start to read. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in a bit more. So with this battery plugged into this meter, so right now we have, it's gonna show you 4S, 4 bars there. Each cell, it will give you the voltage in each cell. So we have 398, 393, 398, 398. So this one bound is off a bit. You can fix that up. Very simple. So if you press this, it's gonna, first setting it will give you will be a balance voltage. So balance voltage, you cannot exceed more than a 420, but you can bring it down. So we're not gonna mess with that setting. Let's leave it at 420. But if you skim through it again one more time, you press the mode button, then it's gonna give you a discharge voltage. So there is like my batteries, they stay at, I usually keep them at 380. I never want to go below 380, even when I'm running the cars. You can set it up to 390, and the lower you go, the more damage you're going to do to the battery, but you really never want to completely discharge, so make sure your vehicle itself is not going to suck all the juice out of that battery, and then that's how you're going to damage your battery. So to discharge, you could do you could leave it on the number that you want. You don't want to go below that. So when it is discharging, it will not let it go below that. So it's very easy to select through. So let's do discharge here, and we're gonna press discharge. Okay, it didn't come on. So I think we gotta hold it. Okay, so as soon as we hold the button down, it's gonna start a discharge, and as you can see, it's gonna start a discharge, and you're gonna see the little bulbs pop up to it. So it is gonna discharge to a certain point, and then it's gonna cut off there, and then you're gonna leave it there, and that's when you're gonna start to feel heat in there. So very easy. This is one of the functions that I really like. I just leave it there. I put my battery in. It's gonna discharge it for me. To get the best out of your battery, this is what you're gonna have to do. A lot of people, if you're gonna charge up a battery and then you still have juice in the battery and you leave it for 3-4 days, after that you're damaging the battery. So the best thing to do is just plug it up, and that's it. I'm planning on getting few of these. So if I'm gonna go out there run one car, it's taking two batteries. And when I come back, I did not completely use out the battery. I'm gonna discharge it and leave it. And let's stop this. Let's go into balance. So let's press balance. It's gonna start the balance. You're gonna have the balance symbol come there. So start to balance the cells inside the battery, and it will balance it for you. And the cells needs to be balanced. Most of the time when I do a charge, it's usually a balanced charge. Okay, your charger is gonna do a balanced charge, and a lot of people do a quick charge, but I never done that throughout my whole 3-4 years of RC fun. I never charged a battery that I did not want to do balance. So I charged every single battery balanced. Okay, so a great tool to have. And okay, let's just stop this here. Once I had this, I started to use it more and more, and so I would suggest, if you're gonna do a little bit of hobbying in this RC hobby, you might want to pick one of these. Very simple, 20 bucks. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.